Hi, we're here at Money2020 in Bangkok. I'm sitting here with Zennon Kapron, the Director of Kapron Asia, a leading payments, banking and capital markets consultancy. Zennon, welcome. What are you seeing when you want to attend an event like Money2020, and what do you expect from the show?
Well, thanks first of all for having me, Stephen. It's great to connect and see you again. I think for this event, it's quite interesting because it sits in the calendar between a lot of the other events within the region. You know, we have FIS coming up in the fall in Beijing. We have the Singapore FinTech Festival. But I think really what is interesting is the fact that this event is happening in Bangkok. Because a lot of times when we look outside of the big centers, those areas are neglected. But there's so much that's happening in FinTech in Thailand and the rest of Southeast Asia. So I think over the next couple of days, I'm really looking forward to kind of seeing what some of the solutions are in these frontier markets that we don't necessarily see in a place like Singapore.
Okay. And when you look across the market and all of the companies that you're advising, can you identify any trends or any innovations that you think are notable?
Well, I think for all of us, you know, AI was the big story for last year. I think everybody started using ChatGPT and starting to understand the potential around that. We really see 2024 as where the rubber kind of hits the road around AI. I think when you think back to, we've been at many of the same conferences over the years, probably 2017, 2018, if you went to FIS or any of the big conferences, it was about blockchain.
Yeah.
And blockchain was really a solution searching for a problem. Whereas AI, there is so many problems that it could address, from everything from customer service to lending to interbank transfers and the payment side of things. There's so much that it can do, and I think the banks and the financial institutions, I think the hype is real around this technology, and so what it's able to do will be really exciting, I think, over the course of this year.
So you're seeing some of those use cases come into production?
Not yet. It's more experimentation, right? So I think when you look at the regional banks, they have their internal GPTs that they have set up to answer simple questions for staff.
Yeah.
We're experimenting it as well for some of our research, so people can access our research more straightforward. So I think it's kind of testing things out with non-production, non-data critical solutions.
Yeah.
It's probably only going to be into next year when banks start really looking at some of the production systems and the more critical systems that they start using these.
Okay, so we've spoken about innovations. What about risk? What are you seeing on the risk radar?
Well, I think the biggest thing is just that as everything is moving digital, all of a sudden there are all these new attack vectors for cybersecurity risk, for fraud, for all of the malicious activities. Because businesses and individuals have gone online, it also means that all of the fraudsters and scammers have gone online as well. So that's clearly a risk on its own. That's only increasing as the industry moves more digital. And especially in a place like Thailand or some of the emerging markets where the education around financial products and platforms maybe is not as high. If you look at a place like Singapore where 98% of the population are banked, everybody knows how to work with a bank, everybody knows kind of what to expect. Yeah. But even there, we've seen fraud over the past couple of years. And so I think that's a big risk in some of these other areas. And then when you look at things like AI, obviously data is a big part of the story around AI.
Yeah.
So data privacy concerns, data protection is very important as well.
Okay. And for a vendor like FIS, with our breadth and scale in the marketplace, is there something that you think that we should be paying attention to that stands out?
I think for the large vendors, it's challenging to move a large ship, right? To adapt to everything that's happening. But I think what will be interesting over the next couple of years, and it'll be interesting for companies like FIS to understand, is some of these solutions and the traction that they're getting in the marketplace. I mean, you don't need to be the first in the marketplace, but you're fine to be second or third. To see what some of these frontier solutions are doing and how successful they are and how they fit into the market.
Okay.
And then kind of bringing that functionality or that technology on board to be able to offer to your customers is very powerful. Because many of the the startups that are looking at these really edge technologies, financial institutions, they may not want to take the risk with a smaller company, but obviously the trust and the footprint and the experience and the longevity of a company like FIS really plays to your strengths, and I think will help a lot with the financial institutions.
Okay, good. And last question then. At the show here at Money2020, what do you think would be the key theme and the takeaway from the conference? What are you looking for the conference to deliver?
I think it really is about the frontier. When you think about the frontier in terms of markets, we're sitting here in a frontier market where it's still developing, and there's a lot of solutions that are catered towards frontier markets as well as frontier technology. Right? I mean, I'm expecting to see as we walk around, not just the standard solutions, but solutions that are leveraging AI or leveraging some of these newer technologies to provide a better solution for consumers or businesses in the market. So for me, it's about experiencing the frontier of Asia.
Right. Okay. Well, thank you, Zennon. Great to speak to you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks, Stephen.
Thanks.